This is the GTN Show, brought to you by Amp Human. Welcome. Well, as you can see, we've got a slightly different setting this week, so I thought I'd spice things up and get out of the GTN set. So I've come to the gym for a little bit of a versus, because we've got a special guest this week, a different one, and we're going to be looking at who is stronger, a cyclist or a triathlete. But don't worry, I will be heading back to the comforts of the GTN set for the rest of the show, bringing you some tri news. Yes, there was actually some racing over the weekend. We're also going to be sharing your photos, and we've got Caption competition. Well, I have revealed my special guest this week. I'm delighted to say we've gone one better with our presenter from GTN.
Thank you.
And we've got Manon joining, although I might have my work cut out because I know Manon has some incredible strength and power when it comes to cycling. But thank you for joining us, Manon.
Thank you for having me.
And I know I've obviously given you the brief, so I've asked Manon to come up with 3 exercises that are gym-based that she thinks she can beat me at, which is probably not going to be very hard. I've also tried to come up with 3 which I think I can beat Manon at. So we're going to get things going. What's your first exercise you've got for me?
The first one is the assault bike, and we're going to do 15 seconds max out, and the average watts for the 15 seconds.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to really hope that my arms play a big part in this, because otherwise, 15 seconds is not my forte. But then we're going to go, my chosen first exercise is going to be on the ski erg, going a little bit longer to play into my strengths, hopefully. So a minute, and we're going to see how far we can go. So let's get started. Stop.
I feel like you beat me at that one.
Oh my God. All right. Okay, the out of breath comes afterwards, doesn't it? 15 seconds is a long time to go full out. Right. I have no idea how that was, but I have to wait and see if Manon can beat it. I'm sure she can, but I was using my arms as much as I could. I think that's my only potential strength over a cyclist right now. Ready?
Yeah.
Go. I want to cheer her, but I don't. All right, moment of reveal. Average watts for 15 seconds, Manon. What was your score?
402.
I got 452. I don't know how. I was really not expecting that one. But yes, 1 win for the triathletes, 1-0. How are you feeling after that?
Bit disappointed. I thought I'd be better at that.
Well, we've got ski erg coming up next.
Never actually done that before.
Well, nor have I.
Oh,
so, yeah, no, I have absolutely no idea either. So we're going to see who's better at this one. Let's have a go. All right, our second exercise. Now, Manon, I've chosen this one, I know, but as I'm 1-0 ahead, I'm going to give you the advantage to choose the time length.
I'm going to keep it relatively short and go with 20 seconds.
Okay, that's definitely not in my comfort zone again. But right, so we've got 20 seconds and we're going to go side by side so you guys can, watch us battle it out. Are we ready?
Ready.
Shall I count us in? So 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God. Oh, you did it! Damn. All right. Oh my, I've got lightheaded. Oh, big head rush. How far have you got?
80 meters.
75.
Ooh,
okay, we're not doing very well at choosing our own exercises here, but that's 1-1. All right, I'm regretting giving Manon free rein in the gym here because there's quite a few weights on here. Manon, what have you got on the bar?
That's 70 kilos.
All right, so we've got to see who can do 1 rep with the biggest weight, and I'm letting Manon go first because I don't want to show her up. Are you feeling confident?
Enough. I think so. I haven't seen you squat, so interesting.
Yeah, probably good. Right, let's have a look. Gosh, here it goes. Oh, nice and deep, yes. Oh. Easy. Good work, girl.
Thanks.
All right, wait a moment, I've got to add some weights. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Heather, what was that? You can definitely do more than that.
Well, I do have an excuse here, Manon. I probably shouldn't have told you because now you're going to know my weakness for today, but I don't want to brag about it, but I did run a half marathon yesterday, so my legs,
That's fair enough.
my legs are a bit sore. But with that in mind, the next exercise, I'm afraid, is going to be arms, yes.
Oh, no.
All right, I am banking on Cyclist having weak arms, sorry Manon, because now we are doing pull-ups. And I have to say, I'm not great at them to start with, so I might be shooting myself in the foot here, but we're gonna do overhand, wide grip pull-ups, and basically full from the bottom hanging, and as many as you can do. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on your form, but I'm gonna make you go first, I'm afraid.
Oh, great.
All right?
Yeah.
How many do you reckon you can do?
Half.
Come on, I've got faith you can do more than one. Come on, Manon, show us what you're made of.
God. Don't even know how to do
Right, I'll remove the box once you're ready.
Here?
So, yeah. Come on, girl. Come on, I'm going to give you a little starter.
Okay.
Ready? Go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Come on, yes. Okay, one assistant. Okay. Oh dear, it's not good today. Oh my goodness. That's only 2.5. Oh, but it's better than a cyclist. Okay, Manon's dragged me over to the leg press. I haven't done this for years. And as it's your exercise, it's your rules, what we're doing.
So I think we're going to put 150 on and just see how many we can do. Go until you blow.
How many? I don't know if I could do one at 150.
You can.
That's a lot. All right, okay. Let's see then.
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried about it. I'm actually a little bit concerned that I'm just going to get 150 kilos on my face at the moment.
Oh God, please don't.
Something to hold on to.
Bombs.
This is not going to be very many. I've got the shakes already. Oh, 2. Right, I'm calling it a day at 5. Yeah, I know Manon's going to beat me anyway, so I don't feel like I need to completely kill myself. But let's see what she can do. All the way down. All the way. Oh, look, she's making it look so easy. 3. 4. Yes. You are winning currently, 3-2.
Very happy with that.
Yeah, I've got one up my sleeve. Although I shouldn't be that confident, as you just saw my pull-ups, they weren't as good as I thought. But we are keeping it simple, and it's a press-up challenge.
On our knees, press-ups on our knees. No?
Come on, girl. Proper press-ups. We're going to go side by side, and it's the person going the longest that wins the point.
Okay.
Okay, can you do it for the cyclist?
I'm going to try.
I've got to bring it back for the triathletes. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into position. Into the plank. I'm relying on you guys to check she's doing them properly. All right, you ready? Let's go. Down, up, down, up. You told me you could only do 1. 3. 8. Yes, phew, I'm starting to get worried then. Okay, I might as well just make it 10. Alrighty, well, Manon, that leaves us at 3 apiece. And I was thinking about this. I thought I could be really mean and choose a final exercise to decide that would be weighted towards me. Or
an arm exercise.
Well, yeah, maybe. Or I could be like completely neutral and leave it up to our viewers.
What, the triathlon viewers?
Maybe. I'm hoping you guys are going to help me out here because, Manon, thank you so much for your time today. For the decider to find out who is stronger, a triathlete or a cyclist, not Manon or I, this is more general, I'm going to put it to this week's GTN poll and I want you guys to vote. You can do that just above Manon's head. Well, thanks to Manon, I am now leaving it up to you guys to sway the results. I'm hoping that you're a pretty biased triathlon audience, so I'm counting on you. Anyway, I'm not sure if I mentioned that I ran Bath Half on Sunday. Yes, okay, jokes aside, I have probably gone on about it a little bit, but I've got a vlog of some of my preparation for it to share with you now. Good morning. Right, as you can probably see, I'm not that awake yet, but it is 2 hours now, almost 2 hours till the start of my half marathon. Did mean to get up a little bit earlier. Because of that, I've adjusted what I was going to eat slightly. So I was thinking of porridge, which is kind of my normal go-to for a race, but I wanted to keep things a bit plainer. So I have got just some sourdough toast with some butter and some honey to just give me some nice kind of carbohydrate and fairly simple that hopefully my stomach can digest, and it's something that I can eat quite close to running normally. And then I'm going to follow it up with a coffee, but I will probably have something else maybe just before the start. Although this is a half marathon, I'm going to run to the start, so I'm treating it slightly differently than if it was a really kind of PB goal race. The weather outside is horrible and I'm not very fit and I'm training for something longer, so I'm kind of taking all that into account with my fueling but also with my race prep, so I'll give you an update in a moment. So I'm getting a little bit of a lift. I was going to run all the way to the start, but I've decided that I don't want to get cold and wet any sooner than I have to. And my biggest debate is what to wear. So I'm going to decide when I get down there. I'm running with a little backpack to the start, which I'm going to check in, and then it's normally if I'm doing a race I'll be in shorts, but I'm sort of treating it like training. So I've currently got run leggings on, and then I'm going to do a t-shirt and a vest top. That's the plan. But yeah, I'm more concerned about getting cold and wet and the atmosphere we're going to have today in this race. So like I said, I'm going to try and make it a longer run, at least 25k, and I'm going to try and enjoy it if I can. I've got to go out and run today anyway, so I might as well be doing a half marathon. And yeah, I'm just hoping that it'll make the time go a little bit quicker and that I don't get too cold, and then I can come home and enjoy a roast afterwards, which I will definitely share with you. So yeah, if anything, it should be worth it for the feed. Right, see you on the other side. Well, I had intended to bring you an update as I went along, but the weather was so foul I didn't dare get my phone out because it would have just got saturated. And afterwards, I was so cold and wet that I just had to go home and jump in the shower to warm up. And other than the fact that it was horrible physically and mentally really tough, I'm glad I did run, because I think mental health is important at the moment as well, and actually having some events, if we've got them there, we should take the opportunity, because I know a lot of you guys have already got shut down in your country or wherever you are. So I just thought I would take this most probably last chance to do a race for a while. So that does, however, lead me on to last week's question in the GTN poll, when we asked if you guys were changing your plans or preparations due to COVID-19. And I think this poll probably will be different now a week on, because 33% of you said yes, 67% said no. And I think now in the world, pretty much all of us are having to make some changes in some way or another. We do actually have some race news, which might be surprising to some of you, but the Mooloolaba World Cup got in the nick of time. So there's been actually the first World Cup of the season, because Cape Town is no longer happening. The World Triathlon Series in Abu Dhabi was cancelled, so it meant that a lot of athletes were desperate to race. And even though it's a World Cup, not a World Triathlon Series, it still attracted a really top-class field, because this is Olympic year and it counts towards ranking points. So the field didn't disappoint. There were a few athletes missing, because I think they presumed there'd be lots more races coming up. So on the men's race, it ended up being a battle between the two New Zealand athletes, Hayden Wilde and Ryan Sissons, and it was Ryan Sissons who managed to outsprint his compatriot to take the win. So Hayden Wilde was second, and then it was Luke Willian of Australia who finished third. On the women's side, again, it was one nation that spoilt the day for Australia. It was a battle between Great Britain athletes. It was Vicky Holland who took the win. She had the stronger run of the day over her teammate Georgia Taylor-Brown, who came second. And then in third place, it was Ashley Gentle for Australia. And there was another race that went on over the weekend. It was Ironman 70.3 Campeche in Mexico. And the men's race was won by Matt Hansen. Jackson Laundry was second and Michael Weiss was third. And then the women's race was won by Jackie Herring. It was a clean sweep for the USA. Sarah True was second, and third place, it was Daniela Dingman. Well, I mentioned that the Mooloolaba World Cup got in the nick of time. That's because the ITU have since then suspended all events, so that's including training camps, courses, and ultimately competitions from now until the 30th of April. And with that, they've frozen all world rankings and Olympic rankings from that period. So it's really going to put a pressure on the athletes and the event organisers with this being Olympic year. And they are apparently looking to plan the events that can happen, where they can be moved to. So obviously WTS Bermuda falls in that period, and that's a key qualifying event. So it's going to be interesting to see what they come up with, if they're going to let us know anything soon, because it is all still up in the air as to when we can go back to some form of normality. And it's beyond the ITU as well. They've asked that international federations in separate countries are responsible and hopefully follow their sort of protocol, but it's going to depend slightly on what their governments are saying as well. And then outside of the ITU, Xterra and Ironman have also cancelled or postponed. It does seem to vary a lot of their events. We're seeing some getting moved moved to the autumn, some postponed for another year, and some just cancelled full stop. Two of the big contenders or big events that I think lots of athletes have been gearing up for were Ironman 70.3 in Oceanside, which always sees a really strong field, and then also Ironman South Africa. And it'll be interesting to see what it does to the actual rankings and qualification for World Champs later on this year. But at the moment, I think we've got some more important things to worry about of just staying healthy, keeping safe, and trying to keep sane and get some training done, but within the parameters. It's now time to have a look at some of the photos that you guys are still sending in, which is brilliant. And it's really great to have some motivation now, because I know we're having to improvise some of our training. So if maybe you've set up an improvised pain cave, or you're doing something a little bit different and alternative, then make sure you share it with us and we can share it back with you guys so we can keep that motivation together. And I'll share the link for that in a moment, but it is in the description below. But anyway, to get us started, we have a photo from AB on his Argon 18, and he's in Washington, DC. It's just labelled it balcony training ride. And I reckon there's going to be a few more of you doing this in the next few weeks. You're sort of getting a little bit of fresh air, but you're staying safe and not getting near anyone. So we like the innovation. I don't know if this was even before COVID, but still like it. Next we have Niklas, who has managed to get outside on his brand new Crescent Tempest, which he's very proud of by the looks of it. So took his new budget triathlon bike out for a spin. I wanted to go on Friday, but there was a snowstorm, so he had to wait, and you can still see the remnants of the snow. Now, Niklas does say plan is to do his first triathlon, Ironman 70.3 Jonapig this summer. Well, fingers crossed that that's still on for you, but well done on keeping up the training anyway, great work. Next, we've got this one from Cassie, which is a little bit different. I think we could have a theme here with pets in pain caves. We had one last week. Here we have apparently Liz, his wife, and dog are mentally connected. Each time Liz hits her hard intervals, Harley's heart rate also goes up. Now, I'm more concerned as to how they know that Harley's heart rate goes up. Can't see any evidence of a dog heart rate monitor, but yeah, do let us know on that one. Interesting. And our final one this week comes from Roche in Ottawa, Canada, with his felt IA. Every year I get restless in March. Yeah, you and me both. Definitely feels like it's time to go outside now. I want to get back to riding outside, but the snow is always annoying and it overstays its welcome. Well, we're all being kept inside with you this year, so maybe that's going to make it slightly less frustrating. I don't know. But guys, do share your inspirations, your ideas of how you're training indoors at the moment, and you can do that using the GTN uploader, which is now on the screen. It's now time for the GTN Caption competition. And last week we had this picture of Alistair Brownlee looking slightly bemused. Well, I have narrowed it down to my top 4 this week. So our first runner-up is Eric Robinson. What do you mean my brother beat me? There was quite a few playing on Johnny and Alistair coming up through our suggestions. Sean Tubbs. I like this one, it's only because it mentions me. But wait, what swim cap method did Heather say would keep my hair dry? Somehow I don't think Alice is worrying about keeping his hair dry, but I liked it anyway. And it comes down to these final 2, but the last runner-up comes from Charles Priss 80, who says Ali Brownlee lines up at the start of the European Duathlon Champs and realises something has gone horribly wrong. Yeah, there were quite a lot on this topic, with Alistair obviously racing the European Championships the week before, but the winner goes to Landon Cook Bithray with, oh wait, this is a duathlon? Well done, Landon. If you get in touch, we will send you this GTN swim cap. And now, the picture for this week's caption competition makes me laugh, but I would love to know what conversation is going on here. It's from the ITU World Cup in Mooloolaba, and it is Georgia Taylor-Brown making some very funny face to Vicky Holland. It seems to have made Vicky Holland laugh anyway. So let us know maybe what you think those two are chatting about, and you can do that in the comments section below. All right, we're coming towards the end of the show, but there's still plenty more to look forward to this week. We've got some interesting videos, one on your swimming training questions answered, including some indoor alternatives, so keep an eye out for that one. I've also got my favourite run sessions, which maybe you could adapt to do on the treadmill if you are having to think outside the box and do your training indoors. Now, maybe you've got some time to do some online shopping. It's perfect time to look at the GTN shop, as we've got a sale in the outlet, and that should be on the screen now, so you can click on that. And talking of things on the screen, find that globe and you can subscribe and give us a like. And there's a couple of videos already out which you might like to take a look at. One is looking at the difference between having your hands low and your hands high when you're riding your TT bike. That one's just down here, and you can experiment with that whilst you're training indoors at the moment. There's another one on taking running back to basics with how to run properly, and that's just here.